Hey, welcome into another episode of Halos in the Infield with your host, Toddfox, along with his two other co-hosts.
Hi, guys, it's Courtney. Always nice to be back.
Hi, guys, it's Fernando. Always nice to be back.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. And we have a special guest on this show. Thanks, Fernando. Who it just knocks it out of the park more than the Angels do. And that is Randy Yaws, who creates all our greatest designs for our red bevel. So let's give a round of applause for Randy.
Literally, the merch is so good that people are now stealing the ideas.
Facts.
I'm not even kidding. I wish I was.
Well, no solo home runs here, fellas, ladies.
Honorary fella. She's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
She was saying earlier before the show that she got called out for being a girl at third base, and she showed that guy who was boss.
Did you steal home?
No, there's no stealing home in slow pitch, but I did hit a triple off the wall, so that's fine.
There you
All
go.
right, that's fine. Did he give you the pretty good for a girl? Like, did he? Yeah.
They were actually playing me deep too, and I still burned them. So I was like, there you go.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And that's after an ACL. She probably would have turned that into an inside the park before. So
Exactly. I was jogging and I was intoxicated. So
There you go.
Sounds good. So
Yeah, when Justin Upton's intoxicated, he just kind of runs to first base and that's it.
shoot, Artie doesn't even move and he's intoxicated. He just sits there.
He's all, oh, 3 million fans, 3 million fans. I love you. My billboards are so good. I can make that joke. I'm a Latino man.
Yeah, you could say that. I can't. So
yeah, I'm a Latino man. Para mi mexicanos, so I can see. Woohoo! Viva Los Angelitos.
There you go. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. We had a 4-game series where the Angels, before it started, just like 3 other series before that were made out to be must win, the Angels still had a chance with all the procrastinating that they've done all season to win games. Had a chance that even if they just picked up 3 out of 4, preferably a sweep, but 3 out of 4 would have been more realistic. Just to at least send a message and gain a game on Oakland. And what happened, guys? What happened?
trash. We're trash. That's what happened. We just suck. I'm sorry, is that a little blunt? For me personally, I think the loss that I think was the most irritating to me was the 1-0, the 1-0 loss. Because that, like, one person just couldn't make a difference at all. Like, whether it, I mean,
I think you mean 0-2, right?
It was 2-0. Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. So I mean,
same thing.
Sorry.
That's
But
okay,
still, it's just like not anybody in our lineup can make a difference. And we literally just can't string together anything. And I know we've talked about it before. We can't have, like, we don't have productive outs. We leave so many runners on. It's just so frustrating to see. So, I mean, I think for me personally, like, that loss was more irritating to me than the blowout today. Like, I don't know. Our bats just went fucking cold, and you just see it, and I'm just like, all right, well, this is stupid.
Yeah. What you got, Fernando? Or Randy?
Oh man, well, I didn't get to see the first 2 games, but this that game yesterday, that was cool. It'll be nice to see a couple more runs. Today was just pathetic, man. This lineup without Trout, dude, it's mediocre at best. I don't know. I've said it in the chat before. I don't know how you expect this team. I mean, it could float above 500 all at once all season, but if you can't compete with Oakland, I don't know how you expect to compete with the teams that just beat up their damn teams through the trade deadline. It ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen. And Reed Detmers today, I mean, rookie, young kid. You just got to chalk it up for what it was. Then again, where was the lineup? I mean, after Stassi's home run, So,
Fernando, what you got on this one?
Yeah, man, just an overall frustrating series. And I mean, to be honest, I don't think either team deserved to win the game on Saturday. I mean, that was just, BS all the way around. 1-0. I mean, what are we doing here? And it was, it wasn't even a good one. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm really tired of the play as of late. And what frustrates me the most is the fact that, at the trade deadline on Friday, they didn't commit to anything yet again. Like that meme I posted where it's like the guy who's sweating and, he has to pick between the options, but this time he picked both and it's buyers and sellers. We do it every single year. You got to commit to something because at the last 6 years, we've committed to being average. Stars and scrubs have been the approach that the Angels have had, and it keeps showing in series like this. It's always apparent when we're facing our division. We take care of either the mediocre teams or the teams that are really good, and we always lose to the bad teams. Like that's kind of how it goes every year. This year, it's us not taking care of our division. But, the last 2 years, it's us, killing teams like the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Red Sox, and losing to teams like the Rangers. Like I said, it's one or the other, man. And I'm tired of it. I really am tired of it. And it just really came to a boiling point this weekend.
I think real quick for me is I think those moves could have been made no matter what. The ones that we did make, getting those pitchers. I like those moves. Obviously Selman didn't do his job today. That was, I think, the biggest disappointment for me because, like Randy said, Detmers is a rookie. He's going to take his lumps. I'm fine with that. But my thing is, if you've seen how the offense cannot carry any kind of momentum whatsoever, you either get after the managers to shake things up or you bring in players that are going to beef up the lineup because, again, we have no timetable on Rendon. He could be lost for the season along with Trout. So why not go out there and get a third baseman? So like Fernando was saying, we didn't commit to nothing. And we should have just committed to the hitting because the ERA for the month of July was sparkling, second best in all of Major League Baseball. So there's no excuse for we really didn't need to have to get the pitching. I mean, Scherzer would have been nice, but to get a hitter or two would have really helped out. And the fact that, like, I'm with Courtney as well and with Randy as well, the lack of play, the lack of heart, you just don't see nothing. Like he said, after the second inning, they got that home run. It's like they didn't do nothing. Not one hit the rest of the game. You just can't win like that. I mean, for the most part, that 4-game series, you asked your pitchers to do one thing. They came to the ballpark and did it, with the exception of maybe Detmers having that bad inning. 4 games against Oakland, you pitched 3 hell of a game, really good games, and you only won 1, and it was 1-0. Like Fernando said, come on, really. As far as this series, your takeaways on the hitting, that what you could, or what do you guys think? Who would have been the X factor, do you think, if they were to pick up someone on the deadline or a couple people? You guys want to take a shot at that?
Honestly, I would have went for Chris Bryant for a third baseman. Like, don't get me wrong. I know we're trying to give Mayfield a chance, and I think he's performing okay for how much time he's had. Mm-hmm. I know he's still had a few errors, sometimes his hitting isn't consistent, but he does get a few big hits. But I would have liked a third baseman. Personally, I don't like Trevor Story. I don't know why. I just, nah. Chris Bryant, he's a California kid. Mm-hmm. So I would have liked to see him in an Angels uniform. That's just me. And so I would have liked a third baseman or some type of stick. So I would have liked to see that type of trade. I think we need to cool it on the pitching now. So I was, I think we just need to give our guys time to develop. Detmers, I think, he's a rookie. I think he only did 2 or 3 games in AAA before we even brought him up in the 2. So, I mean, and good God, I honestly think we set him up by having him start Oakland. I think we should have had him start the Rangers. Like, why are we going to start him against a team that owns us in the first place? Like, why are we going to put him up against Olsen that we know is going to just fucking yak one? So,
but I mean, the opposite side of that is Shohei Ohtani's first career start was against Oakland, and he, made him his bitch.
That is also true, yes. But I think personally, at least what I've seen the last few years, sometimes we don't set our pitchers up well for a successful career. Like I know with Baria, he struggled a little bit when we first brought him up. But I think personally, we always put him kind of like in shitty situations to where he kind of couldn't succeed, or at least it would be hard to. I know sometimes I do have the philosophy where sometimes you do have to learn by throwing somebody out into the fire, or I guess out into the pool. But I just think as confidence wise, I think Detmers would have done better if we started him against the Rangers. I think maybe it just would have been a little bit more of a confidence boost. And then hopefully we would have had the sticks to back him up, so it wouldn't feel like a total loss on him.
Agreed. What you got, Fernando?
I can't really necessarily think of any X factors. I mean, we can sit here all day and talk about guys who we should have gotten, but I'm just a little more frustrated at the injuries that have, brought us into this position in the first place. I mean, we're having a much different conversation if we have guys like Trout, Rendon, and Jared Walsh in the lineup. I mean, as of right now, it's literally Ohtani and a bunch of AAA guys, or a bunch of guys who should be in AAA. We can sit here all day and say, oh, yeah, we should have got Chris Bryant, we should have got Trevor Story, this guy. But at the end of the day, the guys who we have are talented enough to where they should be stepping up. And I get it. Oakland is a hard team to beat, but there's no reason we should be scoring, one run the first 3 games of the series. I mean, that's uncalled for. Yeah. You know what I mean? Situational hitting, bunt the guys over. I understand there's some games where you're not going to be able to get that big hit. You're not going to have power. You're not going to get home runs. But that's where the situational hitting, and that's where smart base running and smart baseball comes into play. I can tell you one thing. Joe Madden always says, oh, well, we're playing like it's 1985. In 1985, these guys played with some cojones. In 1985, these guys found a way to get on base, have productive outs. Now, in modern day baseball, it's, you know what, man? I'm going to fucking hit a home run or nothing. I don't care.
Yeah.
I get it. That's how baseball is. But if you're playing like it's 1985, play like it's 1985.
Yep.
So that's my thing, man. There's a couple X factors we should have gotten. Really, I think it started with trying to fix your back end of the bullpen. Rodriguez from the Pirates would have been a great guy to go after.
Yeah.
Hell, even a starting pitcher like a John Gray, I get it. He would have been a rental, but that's why you pair him up with somebody else. Maybe you give him a guy like a Brandon Marsh, and in return you get a Marquez and a John Gray. Hell, probably even a Trevor Story, because Brandon Marsh is a big piece.
Yeah, he is.
So you give him a big piece and you get 3 guys in return. One of them you offer a qualifying offer to. John Gray could have helped you at least to stay in contention this year. And maybe to mentor the young guys. Because, I mean, he's played in some big games at the beginning of his career. So, I'm not mad at the moves Perry made. Actually, I like the moves he made. But on the other hand, there's always more work that could have been done. That's what I got to say for now.
Randy?
Yeah, I like the moves Perry made. I mean, we got some pretty decent pitching prospects in the process. And that all that told me was that we're playing for next year, guys. I mean, are we really gonna throw a bunch of good prospects at like a team like at Chicago, the way we're playing, when we're gonna have Rendon back next year? It just doesn't. To me, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I guess if you were to trade for anybody, I would have maybe gone after like Wilson Contreras or something. Power hitting catcher. Could also be in the locker room. But like I said earlier, I mean, if you would have got anybody, I mean, was this team still going to go anywhere with the lineup that we have? I mean, even if you added one more power bat, or even not even a power bat, just somebody that can hit. I mean, because the rest of this team proved that they can't drive in runs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we would have mortgaged whatever we had for probably finishing 3rd or 4th out of the wild card and 3rd place in the division probably. So, I mean, honestly, I like what we did. We're playing for next year. Let's see what we can do in free agent. Honestly, that's what I really hope we do in free agency, is go after someone like Trevor Story or Correa from Houston. we need a shortstop because Iglesias, as good as he is, as magical as he can be, that bat's a joke, man.
Yep.
The bat's a joke.
Man, Carlos Correa, that's going to be a tough sell to Angels fans. Tough
Yeah,
sell.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's all about winning, man. You know what I'm saying? It's time to win.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. People will line up to give that man a handshake or a hug if he wins us a ring.
Oh, absolutely.
I would take him in a heartbeat just because he did it against the Dodgers. That's why I would be, hey, welcome home.
But remember, he's a cheater.
I still like him because he did it against the Dodgers. I'm sorry, I'm in the minority, but I'll boo the Houston Astros team just because I hate them. But the fact they did it against the Dodgers makes my heart good.
I can't because it's like disrespecting baseball, like as a whole. That's just me. Like there was no reason for that Astros team to do what they did. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a Dodger hater just like everybody else, or at least all the other Angels fans. Don't get me wrong, but just the baseball in me, you didn't have to do all that. And then for like really none of them, even the year after, to like acknowledge it, like even when it came out, they still try to like tiptoe around it, like, we didn't do this, like, you know, like at least just
I really hate Alex Bregman and the way he handled the whole situation. Like, if I'm really picking one of them.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the way all of them really handled it was just, I think was just disrespecting the game. Like, and that's me. So I wouldn't be able to accept the fact if we ever took Carlos Correa. I just can't.
Okay. I mean, I made out of all of them take Correa, but I would never take Altuve, never take Bregman. They're both big time douchebags. I wouldn't go with that.
I was putting it like.
Basically, yeah. But I agree with what you guys said. I mean, wasting, a guy like Marsh for a rental would have been a bad thing. I think Randy said, they're stockpiling players playing for next year. You got to fill in the holes now. And I do agree. Maybe my pick for shortstop's either Seager or Simeon. I like either one of those guys. Just depends on how much they're going to cost. Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do. I mean, like, I think you guys are right. I mean, if even if we were to get a corner guy like, Courtney said, Bryant, something like that, I mean, could we get to the postseason? Not likely. I mean, without the players we got, and you still can't trade the training staff or the management. It's been bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, think about it. 22 blown saves by this team. And also just the many mistakes, situational pulling pitchers, the hitters, like you guys said, launch angles, like Fernando said, swinging for the fences every 5 seconds. Nobody's trying to do the little things. Like, and if you're playing 1985 baseball, you're like Vince Coleman, you're like Ricky Henderson, slap the ball, try to get on base, use your speed. No one's using, I mean, we always hear, hey, this guy's fast. They're not using it to their advantage.
No, they really aren't. And I think, again, me personally, in my background, that's how I was. I'm a slapper. I use my speed to my advantage. And I would almost, that's how I played. I would want to make that infield look so stupid. Like, I'm sorry, if I seen a big girl, like if I have two big corners, I'm dropping a bunt. I know they're not going to come get it. And I'm going to walk down to first base and laugh as I do it. Like, it's just reading the defense, and we've always talked about this before, if they're playing you a shift, your third base line is open, just take it. Like, they're literally giving it to you on a silver platter. And no, you are just so manly, so macho that you're just like, no, I'm going to beat this shift if it's the last thing I do. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, are you serious? Like, you don't have to do all that. You really don't. So it's not being smart. Like, it's just not smart baseball. And it's tiring to me. Again, I find it more exciting to have a bunt, if somebody beats out a bunt, if somebody steals a base and not get thrown out. And I think one of my favorite quotes is actually from Moneyball. when a player he asks, he's like, yeah, but you pay me to get, you pay me to steal bases. He's like, no, I pay you to get on first, not to get thrown out at second.
No,
So it's just like, you know, use your own qualities to your advantage. You know, Fletcher's our contact guy. He's really not ever trying to do anything big. He's just trying to make contact, you know.
Yep.
Either the defense is going to make the errors, or yeah, he'll find a gap. But don't sit there and try to play out of your comfort zone. And I think that's what all of our lineup is doing at this point.
Agreed.
You know, I'll say this real quick. That play where Marsh scores from first, that's about as 1985 as I've seen all year.
Yep. Yeah.
That's about as aggressive as I've seen the Angels on the base pass all year outside of Ohtani.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
true.
Yeah.
See.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we need because, you know, that's what you call a spark plug kind of guy.
Mhm.
This team has really lacked a spark plug kind of guy. And that's what I'm really hoping is going to happen as this youth revolution starts to happen in Anaheim. And I will admit, it's, you know, I can ride with these rookies. I can ride with these young guys, and I can vibe with that because, you know what, at the end of the day, I know Brandon Marsh isn't going to mail it in. I know the Reed Detmer is giving everything he had every single pitch. We're not sending out a bunch of tired-ass, candy-ass veterans who, you know, are like, I'm just going to collect my paycheck. I'm just going to freaking lob in a 85-mile-an-hour curveball. Here we go. You know, you knew Reed Detmer was going for it. If he gets lit up, I guarantee he's going to go to his hotel room because I'm sure he probably doesn't have a house here yet and is going to beat himself up over it. He's going to obsess over it, and he's going to work on it. That's what this team needs. We need those young guys, you know, like Brandon Marsh to come up here and figure it out. The guys like Joe Waddell to come up and bring some energy in. Because when energy happens, winning starts because people are having fun. The best baseball player on the planet is the one who's having the most fun that day. If every single guy is out there literally enjoying what they're doing, they're not going to drag, you know, they're not going to drag their sorry asses back to the dugout after having their shoulders, you know, they're batting the shoulder for 3 straight pitches. Oh, strike 3. Oh, I'm going to go back to the dugout. You know, if you go out there, you can have a good at bat and strike out. And, you know, hey, you know what? I struck out, but I'm going to go cheer for the next guy. Like, that's what you're not seeing right now. You're seeing them drag their feet. You're seeing them just kind of go through the motions. So I'm hoping that as these young guys really start to come up, they're going to be hungry to do something. You know, we haven't had these young, hungry players in a long time here in Anaheim. It's been a long time.
And you know what just me is on to touch on that fact is with a manager like Madden, you know, you get these little off-season videos. Oh, come check out my hippie van, or come check out this. You know, oh, play like it's 1985. Someone like that should have this team playing like the, you know, like they're in first place, like they're on top of the world. And these guys are lifeless and dead every fucking night they go out there, man. Yeah, it's like okay, we're gonna have these cool videos. We're gonna be all pumped up about Joe Madden's van or whatever, but on the baseball field, man, do whatever you guys want. Swing for the fences, strike out. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of Tom Hanks in what is A League of Their Own. Like he was just drunk half the time. At least he had an excuse for nothing happening in the dugout. You know, and Randy brings up a good point. You look at the dugout. Even with Sosha, I know it was a dead year for Osmus, but the years prior, you would see a collective.
You should have chose your words more wisely there.
I'm just saying, the years prior, everyone in the dugout got up, and they would be right there first to, you know, high five, butt slap, whatever you gotta do. I've seen home runs hit where maybe only Iglesias grabs Ohtani's helmet or whoever hit the home run, and a few high fives here and there, and there's some guy still sitting on the chair, like looking back around on the field, not even getting up. Usually before that was a staple. Everyone got it. And then I see these other fun teams like Boston pushing guys in carts. They give the chain in San Diego. There's all kinds of cool like little things to keep the teams together. And Randy's like, it's dead. And we as fans can see it. What the hell are they doing in the freaking locker room? Do they all, when they go underneath the win or lose, do they go underneath the stadium to the locker room and just disperse and get in their own little cliques? Or, you know, I mean, how does that work?
Probably.
You
I
know,
want to know if they still hit the punching bag downstairs. You guys know that? Like, as soon as you go down the stairs, there's a giant punching bag.
I don't know.
I've sat behind the home team dugout many, many times during the social years. And I'll tell you what, man, it's like cell phone bars when you were looking down there, man, with all those guys standing up there watching the game, cheering the team on.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys weren't taking seats. They weren't sitting on the freaking bench. You see Weaver's big ass. You see Lackey's big ass. And you see John Figgy's little ass at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys watching the game. These guys on the bench now,
Yeah.
I mean, at least Iglesias goes out there and celebrates a home run, but that's all he does because what is he doing when we're not hitting home runs? Ohtani's not hitting home runs.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? The one thing I'll say about Iglesias is at least he does bring the energy. Remember that one time where he got the ground ball, he ran a second, he just kept running like Forrest Gump? Like,
Yeah,
at least he's trying. He's doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give him that.
Yeah, he's probably the only person there. But the fact that, the fact that we have to have that conversation, like, oh, remember that one time? Like, we have to we have to find a memory in order to do it.
Yep.
Like, obviously, that's an issue. Like, it's not like, no, like every game there needs to be something. Like, I used to have a coach that said like 80% of baseball is mental. Like, if you guys
Yogi
are,
Berra said that.
yeah, like if you're already acting dead, then you're more than likely gonna lose. Like and I think even when I was getting scouted by my colleges, like our coach always used to tell us, don't ever let anybody know what the score is. You guys keep cheering, you guys keep, being loud, keep doing everything. Don't ever make it look like you're losing. Because if you lose your attitude, if you lose all that motivation, then yes, you are going to lose. So, and that's what we look like, whether we're winning or we're losing. We just look dead. And it's just so frustrating to see. I'm just like, dude, come on. Like, there's so many things that make baseball fun. Like, there are so many players that wish they could be on a major league field. And it just looks like our guys don't care at all. Like, hell, I would love to be on a major league field. Put me at third base for all I care. I would love to be out there and just soak up every minute of it. And these guys just look like they don't care anymore. And it's so frustrating.
I'm going to add something. Oh, go
Guys
ahead.
act like this if Torrey Hunter was out there right now.
Oh, good God.
Weaver? Come on, dude. Not even.
There wouldn't be punching bags getting punched. There'd be players getting punched.
Yeah.
Here's one question I have for all of you. It's a kind of a long-winded one, so stick with me on this. I know pre-COVID, you had the opportunity to see how the Angels have had 3 million fans every year. I know that this season started out with 14,000 only for a limited amount of time or whatever. But we've seen now the fans are back. They've been back for a good while. You still can't pack this place out. And I think for the first time in a long time, we've gotten far enough away from that playoff season to see the fact that, unlike our rivals up north who can pack it out against Arizona and every other game, if you build it, they will come. If you win, they will pay attention. Right now, this is an uninspired team, and I think you're having uninspired fans. What do you guys feel about that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
throwing in the white flag.
Yeah.
Is that a sock?
Yeah, it was a sock. I don't have a towel. Sorry.
I mean, who wants to come out and watch these guys play?
Yeah.
I mean, Trout. I mean, who gives a crap about Rendon? I mean, Trout's not even playing. I mean, even if we're losing, I mean, other than Ohtani, watching those two in the same lineup, that's the price. That's worth the price of admission right there.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the season. But you couple no Trout. I mean, Walsh is injured now. I mean, all the other injuries. I mean, the pitching sucks. I mean, that's what you get.
I mean, we're seeing 90s attendance right now. 18,000, something like that. And even go-tos that would help this team sell out, like a Friday night fireworks, Saturday night fireworks, that ain't doing the job. Giveaways, some people are buying tickets in the cheap seats just to come to get multiple things and then leave.
That's been a thing forever. They've always done that.
But more so this year than I've ever seen, though. It looks like people are stealing from the stadium because I see them as I'm walking into the parking lot. Yeah. People are coming with a handful of stuff out of the stadium.
Yeah, if y'all gonna give it away, because what else are we supposed to watch? This trash ass team?
What were you saying, Randy?
It almost seems like that's why they're dividing the promotions. Bobblehead, 14,000 bobbleheads this night, 14,000 bobbleheads freaking 3 weeks later. You know, that way 48,000 people don't show up to this shit show, grab their bobbleheads, and go the fuck home. Only 14,000 will.
Yeah, man. It just, I don't even know what it is right now. It's just uninspired play.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It really does start in the locker room. And I'm tired of saying that, but it's just like some of these guys have to wake up and want to be there. You know what? I'm unfortunate because no matter what, I like baseball.
Yep.
I'll go to the game just to be at the game. I don't care if the Angels haven't won a single game that year. You know, so that's why when guys are like, oh, well, we need to stop going to Angel Stadium to show Artie Moreno doesn't give a shit. Okay? Whether you go to the stadium or not. So, you know, Jonathan, Michael, whoever the hell is saying that, it doesn't matter. He doesn't give a damn what you think.
He got his
So, was that?
he got his TV deal.
Yeah, exactly. He got his TV deal. He's worth almost $4 billion again.
Hmm.
And, you know, this team's value keeps going up, up, and up. And I mean, Todd said that during the post-game show. Let me ask you guys this. So, I mean, Artie's almost 80, I want to say. I think he's like in his 70s. So, do you guys think he's going to sell the team in the next 10 years? And the only reason I ask that is because he's going to die at some point. I don't even think he has children, if I'm not mistaken.
He has daughters, I believe.
Okay, because if he does have children, then obviously that completely changed my question. But I mean, you guys don't think he's going to sell the team?
Unless
if he died, I could see it be a Cowboy situation where Carol takes over for a little bit. You know, maybe she decides, no, this isn't for me, and maybe sells the team to somebody.
Yep, cash out.
Yeah.
Cash it out.
I mean, dude, he's already made money tenfold.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just, and nobody in his family will have to ever work again if he wanted it to be like that.
They already don't have to. He owns a billboard business.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, 1.5 billion is what I thought the franchise was worth, and that was 2 years ago. It's like almost over 2 billion now. My thing is with the fans, you got to get.
What did you say he paid?
Over 300 million, almost 400.
He paid $184 million in 2003.
What?
yeah.
$184 million, and the team is now worth over $2 billion.
What?
What
Yep.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
I'm not joking. It's $184 million in 2003.
Why did Disney sell so cheap?
Because they had to, right? Because of ESPN.
I know ESPN pulled out, but damn, dude, like.
Yeah. Probably why.
Yeah, that damn mouse.
Well, for once, the mouse gets fucked.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, man.
I think I already asked you, Todd. So let me ask Courtney and Randy here. So when Artie Moreno when Disney sold the Angels to Artie Moreno, Disney sold 99.9% of the Angels. To this day, Disney still owns one thing from the Angels. What do you think that is?
They have one thing from the Angels.
They still own. There might be a couple of other things, but there's like one major thing that Disney still owns today that they still profit off of.
Would it be like any type of like memorabilia, like pins or something?
No.
Hmm.
You got to guess, Randy?
Oh. I was going to say, hey, but I don't know.
No, Artie just bought it. It's the Rally Monkey.
Are you
So,
serious?
yeah, they still own the Rally Monkey. So they profit off of the Rally Monkey. And that's genius, though. I mean, you're going to keep one thing.
Good God. All right, I guess.
That's why I don't see too many rally monkeys anymore at the stadium. They used to be everywhere.
Yeah, I was like, they used to be everywhere. I remember going into the store and they would be different colors and they would be in different jerseys, like all these other
They
ones.
still have them. They have an Ohtani jersey. They had a Calhoun, a Pujols, and of course they still have a Trout. They also have a build your own Rally.
The Pujols one is handicapped from what I remember.
Yeah.
No, it's not too fast.
God
I
damn
think
it.
my sister has that one back at my parents' house. I think she has one. She definitely has a build your own monkey.
Mm.
What the fuck? I'm about to go build one on my own.
Yeah, if you go to the Hall of Fame store, it's kind of like a Build-A-Bear situation. They have like a little like stuffing machine, and they grab it and they like put the monkey's ass in it, and
Oh,
it
God.
gets filled with cotton and whatever else you want to put on it. You got to dress them, put shoes on him.
Yeah, it's just the way I like it.
I'm probably going to lose followers for this, but man, I hope that rally monkey thing dies when we change our logo and our uniforms, man.
Oh.
That-
Well, you heard it here first. Fast Times Under the Halo hates the rally monkey. Unfollow now.
Mhm.
I have to, maybe you guys are on the other side of it, but I'm going to go with Randy on this one.
Oh, there goes our followers.
I think
There it is.
I think it's time to turn a leaf already. You know what I mean? If we
Rally
go back,
Chris is abused.
Yeah, Rally Chris is about to have a fit.
oh,
Rally
yeah.
Chris is getting added so hard. He is getting added to the max.
Oh man, I mean, to me, I don't think this team needs a rally thing. I think this just it needs a overhaul. Like I've brought up before in the post game, I would rather watch the Pittsburgh Pirates because I know that those guys, like Fernando said earlier, and you guys brought up Courtney as well, and Randy, the fact that they bring up hungry players. They know their team's going to be traded, but for the most part, their best players are gone. But when you watch a game in August and September, the Pirates aren't the best team, but they're out there and they're fighting. They're fighting with the Cubs. I used to watch them when they come on WGN all the time versus the Cubs, or now that you have streaming services, you can watch whatever, or it don't matter who they're playing. They're giving someone a hassle. They're not a rollover, and they're scoring runs. Why can't we? And they have far inferior players than we do, and we have proven supposed major league hitters. But again, the launch angles are stupid. The coaching's bad. These guys aren't making productive outs. They're not taking the extra base. They're not working walks. You can just see it out of Brandon Marsh. If the team was made up of Brandon Marshes right now, I'd be fine with that. If they're, because he's slapping the ball the other way. He's working counts. He's working walks. His average isn't coming around, but it will be. And it's just, I'd rather go watch a sinking ship knowing that they're trying to save the ship at the same time, other than it looks like our Angel players are like the violinist on the Titanic. Like, hey, let's just play the song out and, we'll sink together without trying to save ourselves or anybody else. So
It's pretty funny.
that's where I think we're at right now.
Gentlemen, it's been an honor batting with you today.
That should be the meme, dude. Like we're going out really with a fight. We're just playing some crappy tune on a violin.
Dude, stay tuned for the meme. I will say, dude, our meme game has been on fire.
Yeah.
My friend who's a Red Sox fan, who's going to be, by the time this comes out, so I guess I'll talk real quick what we're going to do on Wednesday. So the plan is for us to have a smack off on Wednesday. So with the Freeway Series coming this weekend, we're going to have some Dodger fans coming on and us Angels fans. We're just going to have a giant smack off. So my friend who's a Red Sox fan is going to mediate. So that's going to be a fun time. So stay tuned for that. But this particular Red Sox fan, his name's Travis, he told me, like, dude, your memes have been absolutely hilarious. And that's coming from a Red Sox fan. He doesn't have a dog in the fight, but he said he, A, loves what we're doing, and B, he loves our memes. He said they're hilarious.
Love it. I know. I think we got complimented on our gift game on Twitter as well.
Nice.
Our gift game?
Yeah.
Has our gift game been strong? I haven't really looked on the Twitter.
On Twitter. Well, when I was doing it, yes.
Ooh,
Shots fired.
I know.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Rally Chris has that sick gif where it's like, wah! And it's like, Rally Chris. Rally Chris.
He does. That's true. Mine's still there. I use The Office. So.
I'll tell you one thing though about this page, and like I was saying on the message board, I know you guys thought I was drunk the other day. I was buzzed, but I was feeling it. I meant it. Like Randy, I gotta add you to that little page we got. But thing is, like I was just telling everybody how proud I am of everybody. Everyone's done. We work as a team. I'm not in charge. Nobody's in charge. We do this all together. And if we don't do it together, it's not going to happen. And right now, everything's coming along. Like Chase will surprise me and be like, hey man, we got a website. I'm like, when did we get a website? Yesterday. And it's all decked out and finished already. I'm like, holy crap. you know, and then Rally Chris is getting those cards, you know, and getting the design from you. You're making these shirts that everyone wants to copyright. And then, you know, steal your ideas. And Fernando's out there busting his ass, getting interviews, doing memes. Courtney's out there putting in her 2 cents here, working Twitter. I mean, we just have, and then James doing the pregame. I mean, I'm really just excited to see where this has gone and how it's going to be, because I can think of how it's going to be in just this time next year. And I think it's just going to be off the charts good. And it's all because of all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. Don't cry, Courtney. Stop.
I'm sorry. I just cried a little bit.
I'm sorry.
But
And
I
get
just,
Light, Todd.
what happened?
You ain't getting my Bud Light.
Damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think we really appreciate everyone's hard work, and I know it takes time to do all this stuff. And so I just wish that the amount of effort we put into this show all together collectively, the Angels could do the same thing on the field, because man, this thing would be much bigger and more fun to do if they were winning.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, people are like, you guys didn't even talk about the A series, really. But I mean, to that, I say, was there anything to talk about? We scored what, 4 runs in the span of 4 games?
Yep. And I don't know my math too good, but that's like what, 1 run a game? So,
Yeah, but the sad part is it wasn't 1 run a game. It wasn't even that.
we tripled our production and still lost today. So,
There you go. That puts it in perspective. All right, so I didn't get to watch the whole game, but obviously I got to see some highlights. What was your interpretation of how Reed Detmers looked? Did he at least look poised? Did he look like he was challenging guys? It looked like the first 2-3 innings he was challenging guys, and then it looked like he started, you know, maybe near the end of the 3rd inning, kind of tiptoeing his way around. It looked like he might have got rattled a little bit.
go ahead.
I think his curveball was pretty nasty. That thing, you know, he had some good movement there. It did look like he got a little bit rattled, but I mean, who else wouldn't be rattled up against fucking Olsen? Like, like what the hell? So, but I know he did come back 1, 2, 3 after that, didn't he? I think the next inning.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, he came back. I think he came back well for that being his first outing. I mean, I'm still very hopeful for him. I mean, I said it before. I think we just set him up pretty bad. You know, I don't agree with the start today. I feel like we should have started him against the Rangers. But other than that, I mean, I'm happy with him. And I feel like all he's going to do is just kind of grow. He's going to learn from this. And I know he's probably going to look back at film. He's probably going to see what he did wrong, but he's going to care because I know he probably does not want to have that happen again. So, and I think that with him being a young player, you know, he wants to get better. He wants to succeed. So I'm very hopeful for the rest of his starts.
Randy?
yeah, I agree with Courtney. And I think you said it too, Todd. This was a stupid series to start him in. I mean, you're sending him out there against Oakland, and I'm sure he knows who Oakland is. You know, they're one of the best.
But not their players, though.
But yeah, I would have sent him against you know, the Rangers or something. But you know, for the most part, you know, you can see a little bit of nerves in him. You know, that's to be expected. He's a rookie. You know, not everybody's going to be Weaver the rookie year. But you know, if the offense, you know, would have kept showing up past the second inning, you know, it would have been so bad. You know, he might have not got the win or anything, but you know, it wouldn't have been so bad. Even if we would have lost 7-8, at least we would have showed some freaking life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. I think the thing was he was nervous, like Courtney said. First inning, you throw 30 pitches in the first inning. And then he was settled down the second, but then he ran into trouble. I think pitch selection really hurt him a lot. I don't know if that's it's on him or the catcher not really knowing his stuff, but he did not go with his go-to pitches against, like she said, Olsen and stuff. So yeah, he did not have success there. But I think in the future, like Chris Rodriguez and a couple other pitchers that got going, I think the sky's the limit. I think they're going to get better. You know, if Heaney was still on the team, you know, while she was saying that they're going to be looking at a tablet. You know, he's looking at a tablet trying to get better. Heaney would have wandered into the locker room and, you know, looking for a Pokemon Go character and like, what are you doing on your tablet? Oh, I'm actually doing work. I'm trying to get better. You're stupid, man. You just go out there and throw the ball. Who cares? That's Heaney, you know, and we're glad he's gone. Yeah, I can't say that enough. I'm going to say that for a few more shows. But, yeah.
Roger Lodge is sad, though.
Oh, yeah.
James, Heaney's gone. James, play 7x4.
Heaney did so much for this franchise. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Look at that stats.
7 years.
Wait, what did you say, Randy?
Look at that sassy home run again.
Yeah. Oh man.
I know. I think they did like Heaney's. I think he put in 7 years with us. They're like, oh, thanks for 7 years, Heaney. I'm like, what the fuck did he do in 7 years?
We're going to play his top highlights through the past 7 years.
Yeah.
And after like 23 seconds in, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, he didn't take us to a fucking title. He didn't even take us to like a playoff game. What the fuck did he do in 7 years to where we're like, thank you? Like, no, bye, go. We'll
Like
pack
Randy said, we'll always have 2015.
Yeah.
Like his best year here.
I swear, we were mourning this guy leaving like he freaking died or something, man. It was pathetic.
right? I was just like, no, hurry up. Let's pack your bags. The next flight is in 2 hours. Let's go.
Yes.
I will drive you to New York myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we've had better pitchers leave here, and we did absolutely nothing social media for it. And then this guy, we're trying to read the riot act for him, be like, "Good luck in the Bronx. We're gonna miss you." Yeah, right. Who cheered for this ass clown when he came onto the mound? Nobody, because you're always like, "Well, over under 5 or more runs." You know what I mean?
Yeah. And over.
What'd you say, Randy?
The Yankee fans are going to eat him alive.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
He's-
Yankees fans,
Guys,
yeah, Yankees fans are brutal. Like, they still want Stanton's head on a fucking pitchfork right now because he's trash. And then they were
know-
trying to kill their own manager when they were losing. Well, they still are, but like,
Mhm.
they're going to eat him alive. And I will sit here with popcorn and watch it.
And he's a nice guy. I think it's going to make it hard. You know what I mean? He's not, there's some people who are built to go to New York or, some of these bigger markets. And there's some guys who are not. I'm really interested to see how the Cubs fans are going to react to them just being a ball of crap now. Because
yeah.
Cubs fans are the same way. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They love their Cubs, but when the Cubs suck, oh my God, they let them have it. So I want to know how the mindset's going to change now, because it went from, hey, we're World Series champions to, hey, we're the bottom of the barrel. We're going to restart.
Yeah, is that the Madden curse?
Ooh.
Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if you can call it the Madden curse for us if nothing ever happens. It's just the curse that keeps going.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good luck charm if he gets fired. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like having a Tyrod Taylor as your quarterback. Like, Tyrod Taylor's a average quarterback. Next thing you know, like, he's going to be bad. He's going to get hurt, and you're going to find a franchise quarterback. Maybe it's going to be like that.
Could be.
Joe Madden's going to give us our franchise manager. We'll get like a reincarnated version of Mike Scioscia, like when he first started.
Jose Molina, please.
Yeah,
would you guys take him? Would you guys take Jose Molina?
oh, in a heartbeat.
I'll take a trained monkey at this point, because at least he'll dance. He'll do it. Yeah.
But does he believe in 1985 baseball? That's the thing.
That's the big question.
Who knows? The trained monkey would do the sneeze.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The latest TikTok dances.
I don't
Get ready
know
for
that.
that at the tailgate.
It's like you're
It's
talking a different language.
No, it's a TikTok dances. You guys gotta let me be in charge of the TikTok.
What did I say? I didn't say TikTok.
Yeah, no, TikTok.
Yeah,
It's
he's-
TikTok or Instagram, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chase.
okay.
Chase says he has that on lock. I don't know. We had to check him on that.
We can change the password.
Played 1985 baseball. That's probably some recycled bullshit from the 2000 Tampa Bay Rays playoff run.
Yeah.
I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
how can you say 1985 baseball and you just sitting there on your mask on? Like, come
Yeah.
on. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, God. I feel like we're like that movie Major League. Like, if we win like 2 in a row, like, if somebody just comes by and be like, all right, guys, We want to. This is a streak. Let's keep it going.
keep
Like
it
we have to like remind them what they're still doing.
Yeah. So 1985 baseball doesn't mean anything when you're playing Little League baseball. It's like,
Yes.
it's just playing. That's all I want to see. You know what? Going real quick back to the Reed Detmers thing before I, put a bow on that one.
Mhm.
It's not about what you do on your first start. It's about what you do with your second start. Everybody knows your career really starts after your second game, because your first game is a dog and pony show. You go out there, you're bombarded by cameras, bombarded by interviews. Your parents are there. Everyone's there. So it's a beauty contest. You know what I mean? Everyone's just like, oh my God, look, there he is. So, you don't
Mickey
really
Mouse.
have time to focus. You're literally just thrown into the fire. So it's really, when the second game starts, that's what I want to see out of Reed Detmers. He could have given up 100 runs literally today, and I would have been like, whatever, cool, doesn't matter. He could have thrown a perfect game. I would have been like, whatever, doesn't matter. It was the adrenaline. It's really going to depend on what he does after the second game. So if Reed Detmers can settle down, take care of what he needs to take care of, I'll be good. I don't care if he goes winless this year. If he has good starts, I'll blame our offense. I've got no problem with that. Our pitching hasn't been absolutely horrendous, at least not for starters. Some guys who we've been waiting to step up forever have finally stepped up. And this is the youth movement I keep talking about, because that's what we need. We need Patrick Sandoval to go up there and pitch with some energy. Because I can tell you guys right now, if Patrick Sandoval can keep it going, Patrick Sandoval can be the man in the 714. He has the stuff. He's got the energy. He's got the attitude. And, I mean, it's weird I'm talking about the attitude, because we really don't know what that is in Anaheim, right?
Mm-hmm. That is true.
We're not used to guys with attitude. After Weaver left to go to the Padres, which was also stupid, with real quick, Weaver could have definitely stuck around in the bullpen. He would have been a great closer. Yeah, good luck hitting a 75-mile-an-hour curveball in the ninth inning.
Yeah. You wouldn't have came with the heat. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, right. I mean, Trevor Hoffman made a career with throwing 50-mile-an-hour changeups and was great. So, I mean, I think Weaver could have probably still been pitching right now as a decent closer. Like I'm telling you, I mean, if you throw off these guys in either the eighth or ninth inning, I mean, you've been seeing 100 miles an hour all day. Oh, here comes a 65-mile-an-hour curveball.
Yep. True.
Good luck.
Well, as we wrap it up, if you don't have too much left, I just want to say this. There's two guys I want to see, unless you got anything on the Texas series. But for me, I just want to say there's two guys I want to see re-sign next year that are leaders and show emotion, and that's Raciel Iglesias and Cobb. I would like to see both those guys back. I think that would only help the team if you're not going to go out and get a born leader to take over this locker room. I think those two guys could be staples moving ahead, but a lot's got to happen between now and then.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to see Cobb back in an Angels uniform. And I think Iglesias is a great closer. So what, like, every once in a while, a couple of hits will get racked off of him, but I think those are probably situations to where he doesn't have a clean start, or, we don't bring him into the best of situations. But other than that, I love Iglesias as our closer. I don't know, I honestly can't remember the last time we had a great closer. So yeah, I definitely want to see him extended.
Exactly.
Houston Street.
Kind of. I think it was Frankie though, as far as a dominant dude.
Yeah, like a dominant closer, like a frequent dominant closer. There we go.
Like teams had to work really hard not to get to the ninth being down against us.
I posted on one of our very first questions of the day on this network is Francisco Rodriguez a Hall of Famer? I was surprised with the amounts of no. Actually, I was flat out disappointed by the no's I got. I'm not going to sit here and think that people shouldn't have their opinions, but saying no is flat out wrong. Guy's a Hall of Famer.
Guy's a Hall of Famer, but didn't he beat up his wife's dad or something? Or
there's a special section of the Hall of Fame for that.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, you're not in the front where everyone can see. You're near the back.
Oh, okay. Like the back corner. That's fine.
Yeah, dude. Anything they had of Trevor Bauer in the Hall of Fame is probably we're gonna take away that spider tack baseball.
Yeah. What do you think, Randy, about him being a Hall of Famer?
Frankie? Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. I mean, there's nothing else to say. I mean, there's closers still trying to chase his record. Come on.
That's true. That's true.
But
I'm trying to pull up his numbers real quick.
Bob and Racio Iglesias thing real quick. You absolutely have to sign those guys. Cobb's one of those guys, like we heard earlier in the season, he was the dude to call the closed door meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And just recently I heard about Racio being in the bullpen talking with these guys. You know, that's the kind of guys you need in this locker room. And that's the kind of guys, if you need to go outside the organization, you know, to sign guys, that's the kind of fucking guys you need to get. None of these guys like Joe Madden, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely gotta stop. So anyone else got any final thoughts on this show? Because unless you want to preview the Texas, like I said.
Real quick, let me give you guys the Francisco Rodriguez numbers, okay?
Okay.
So he has 53 blown saves in his career. I mean, he played a long time, though. He has a 2.86 ERA. He pitched in 948 games, 437 saves, 1,142 strikeouts in 976 innings, and he's not a Hall of Famer.
And 2 beat up people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what you're telling me is that Rachel Luba could have been his agent. Yes, we get it.
Yes.
And we don't 2002 World Series without A-Rod, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's for sure an Angels Hall of Famer. And honestly, I wouldn't even, like, if they were like, oh, we're going to retire his number, I don't even think I'd be mad. I'd be like, okay. I mean, he's probably the best pitcher we've ever had as far as a bullpen on.
And speaking of that, real quick, since you brought that up, why haven't they done any retirement ceremonies this year? There's several players I can think of that could have already had their numbers retired.
I have it on pretty good authority that they were supposed to retire Salmon's number this year, but COVID. So I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but I have it on pretty good authority with my, people I know that they were supposed to do it this year, was playing. And I think GA is also playing.
GA's got to be. I mean, I would have retired Erstad, GA, Salmon, and Rodriguez easily. And
well, you can't retire Erstad now because Ohtani.
17, yeah.
Well, you can retire the number, but you can it'd be like Mariano Rivera. He'd be grandfathered to be the last son of a bitch to wear that number ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do with Guerrero, too.
Absolutely.
Or you just change your jersey number and get even more money because now people like dumbasses like me got to be like, well, no, I got to buy the Ohtani, 57 jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm like, that's fine. I'll just buy another one. It's fine.
Oh, the Ohtani 17 is so last year.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Like 15 years from now, and the retired numbers, you have like an Erstad retired, an Ohtani retired, a Guerrero, and a Trout, same numbers. Some new fans are gonna be like, why do they have the same numbers if they're retired?
Well, we're gonna have Ohtani play for a lot more years to ever consider a retirement jersey number retirement.
Yeah, because I don't think he's going to do this every year, but I do think he's going to be a consistent 30 to 40. I just do.
That'd be great. That's an off-season topic about like breaking down Ohtani, talking about keeping Ohtani around.
Mm-hmm.
About this season, even if we don't make the playoffs, even if we keep playing like we're playing, just enjoy.
You mean play like it's 1985?
Yeah.
I wasn't even born yet.
Oh, go ahead, Randy, one more time.
No, it's enjoy what Ohtani's going to do the rest of the year. I mean, that's worth the price of admission.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Now, as far as the Rangers series, I mean, it's a 4-game series, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Real quick, I'll go through some of these starters and maybe we'll just predict and then we'll call it from there.
Okay.
So Monday, we don't have a pitcher yet. I think as of right now, Chris Rodriguez is who's expected. That's kind of the chatter, but that has not been officially announced, I don't think.
Yeah, it was announced.
Oh, it was?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Chris Rodriguez is going to be making his first major league start. I don't think he made one earlier. He was just a bullpener. And then some guy named Dunning for the Rangers. He's 4-7 with the 4.20 ERA. All right, so thumbs up. Angels are going to win game 1. Thumbs down. We're going to lose. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So
God.
one side is up, the other side is down. I don't know. I think Chris Rodriguez is going to surprise us. I mean, he's been there, he's done that. Sure, it's his first major league start, but I think he's going to try to prove that he belongs.
I hope we're wrong. Let's just put it that way.
I think he's going to look over at his buddy Reed and be like, "Hey, yo, bro, watch this," and he's just going to, he's just going to go to town.
He could
All
pitch
right, so
one hit, be a home run, and we'll still lose that game because the offense.
no, Ohtani will get a home run.
Well, I'd hope so. He's due again.
Yeah, it'll be a 1-1 game until like the 14th inning.
Oh, jeez.
No, that would revolve around a blow pen actually holding it.
Not
Good
likely.
news, right? So it's the 7th. We're gonna put you in. We're gonna ride it. You're gonna keep going
3
from the
innings
7th
saved.
on.
Yeah, we're gonna keep pushing.
Oh man, poor Rusty.
So we haven't announced anybody for Tuesday yet. But they have Lyles. I think his first name is Jordan, if I'm not mistaken.
Retread.
It's not telling me.
Retread.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a under 500 pitcher. His career. He's been around everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should.
Well, yeah,
Sounds
5
like
and 7,
a day.
504.
I feel like Ohtani would start that day, a two-way day.
I'm plugging him in on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Definitely. thumbs up.
assuming Ohtani is pitching, because I know he is that finger jam right now.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just pretend he's going to pitch on Tuesday. Thumbs up or thumbs down that we win with Ohtani?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all predicting.
Yeah.
All right, so Wednesday, another to be decided. My guess is it really is going to depend on Ohtani.
Okay.
And that's for Alfred for them. And I think, and there's no way we've announced anybody for Thursday, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they haven't announced anybody yet either. So really, I mean, this Ranger series is just kind of tossed in the air. I'm probably going to say we'll win 3 out of 4.
I say we split with this offense.
Split.
Yeah,
Courtney? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna split it.
All right, I'm the only one being optimistic on this one. So I'm
Wait.
guessing 3 out of 4. You guys are all saying split.
You say split too, Randy?
Torres pitches this series.
So he should pitch this series. Yeah.
He should.
I like our chances of Suarez pitching.
Okay. He'd either be going Wednesday or Thursday, depending on if Ohtani does come back. But yeah, he'd be pitching one of those games.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, let's do the plugs real quick. Since Randy's here, you want to talk up your designs, Randy, on Redbubble?
Yeah, man, just go check them out. Got some cool signs. What do we got on there? The Buttercup,
Mhm.
the Toddfox t-shirts. We got some cool 80s designs. Got some more 80s designs coming, by the way.
Ooh.
Oh, can't wait.
Those Fernando's and Todd seen some sneak peeks. So yeah, just go check it out, man. Represent the page. Like the boys say, it all goes back to the page. We don't get nothing. It's all for you guys. So go check it out. Support the page. Oh, and support the minor league baseball players. I really would like to see those go flying off the shelves, man, because I really want to see that cause take off.
Agreed.
That's turned into our #1 seller. We
Sweet.
sold like 5 or 6 t-shirts like within the first night we released.
Nice.
So our goal, for those of you guys who don't know, who maybe have just stumbled onto our show, is by the end of the minor league season, we'd like to have enough money so we can drive down to the 66ers ballpark or whoever's nearby. I'm not against feeding some Dodger players if they're the team that's here. I'll feed any minor leaguers and give them a healthy dinner. We'd obviously like to feed the 66ers because those are our boys. But all these minor leaguers are on the same boat, man. Getting paid $12K a year, six guys living in a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment, getting $20 a day, more like $8 a day after they pay their $12 to feed themselves. These guys deserve to eat more than just zebra cakes. So we'd really like to go down there and give them some like Jimmy John's or Wobble Grill, something that's healthier, that's actual food. So that's what we want to do with that.
You got anything? Courtney?
Tailgate? Oh, yeah.
Tailgate. Yay. August 14th, guys, come to the tailgate. We are starting at noon?
12 o'clock. Yep.
12 o'clock. So we are starting at 12 o'clock under the big A. And I believe, were we still going to try to do a live show?
Yeah, we're working on that. Me and Fernando are trying to see if we're going to do a studio type version outside or just a on the fly phone thing. We might do a pre-recorded and a live. We're just trying to figure that out.
Got it. So make sure you guys come out to the tailgate. We will all be there. I will be there for a little bit because I'm actually going to be down the street at Disneyland. It's my birthday. That's what I wanted to do because I'm a child. But I'll still come to the tailgate just to come hang out with you guys. So it will be a lot of fun. I believe we'll have cornhole. Bring your own beer, BYOB, cornhole, all that fun stuff. So
Hey, beer is not allowed.
Wink, wink.
sorry. Happy juice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it will be a lot of fun, guys. So, and then again, just keep sharing the page, tag us in anything. If you guys go to the games, home or away, at Halos in the Infield, we always appreciate your guys' pictures, videos, all of those things.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Courtney. And the last thing I'll say is check out the podcast version of this or anything that you've missed on YouTube. We also do the bingo giveaways, which I should do one real quick for the jersey. So I'll release one. And if you're winning in this thing, that increases your chances by paying attention. This was B12. So B12, just like the vitamin, that is your bingo ball for a chance to win a free jersey. So with that being said, that's my final words. That's all you guys' final words. Thank you so much for being a part of the show tonight, guys and girls. And we will see you, Wednesday, Thursday? For the next series, a recap on the Rangers?
Thursday.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think Wednesday we're gonna do that smack off too.
Oh, that's right. The Dodger thing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Todd and I also have an interview sometime this week.
Yeah. With yeah, okay. We got that together. And then Randy, anything you want to say before you go?
Just fucking win, man.
Hey, plug your Instagram.
Oh yeah, Fast Times Under the Halo on Instagram, man. Come check me out. It's not for children. Don't be your kids. Add me or follow me. It's just adult humor only. We cuss, we bullshit. We talk all kinds of crap, and it's strictly Angel ball. There's nothing else. So come check me out.
NSFW, but it's a good time.
There you go. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your nights, and let's go Halos.
Let's go Halos.
Viva Los Angelitos.
Oh my God.